So, congratulations, Louisiana has become the 28th state to pass constitutional carry, or in plain language, permitless carry.
After an emotional debate on the House floor, lawmakers give final approval to a key item in Governor Jeff Landry's crime agenda. It would allow adults to carry concealed handguns without a permit.
The measure passed as lawmakers wrap up work at their special session on crime.
The concealed carry bill passed over the strong objections of members of the New Orleans legislative delegation. They fear permitless carry could lead to an uptick in gun violence. But Louisiana will now join nearly 30 other states that allow it. Anyone 18 and older who is not currently prohibited from carrying a gun will soon be able to walk down Canal Street and just about everywhere else in Louisiana with a concealed handgun without a permit, training, or background check. New Orleans area lawmakers expressed concern that the new law would lead to an increase in shootings and murders.
And are you worried that fist fights may turn into gunfights?
Has there been any thought process to the culture that we're going to recreate?
The final vote was 75 for and 28 against, with 2 members absent. The bill is now on its way to Governor Jeff Landry's desk. He vowed to sign it into law.
This kind of law puts a lot of fear into my constituents.
Prior to this, the only people who could carry a gun without a permit in Louisiana were Louisiana residents with military service. I don't have a problem with constitutional carry, but anytime a state passes constitutional carry, the anti-gun lobby starts freaking out about how it's going to increase gun violence because now all of a sudden these criminals will be walking around with guns, as if criminals aren't already walking around with guns. That's why they're criminals. They don't obey laws. The type of people who actually get excited about something like constitutional carry are people who obey laws and thus aren't the people we're worried about carrying guns in the first place. Another complaint lodged by the anti-gun lobby anytime a state passes constitutional carry is that now people won't be forced to get training.
This is mandatory training, and I will accept no excuses.
Before they are allowed to carry a gun. I think everyone, including people who don't have a gun, should get some level of firearm training. I just don't think it should be mandated as a requirement to carry a gun. None of the rights spelled out in the Bill of Rights have any mandated prerequisites before you can exercise that right. So why would there be one for one of, if not the most important right spelled out in the Bill of Rights?
The right to bear arms.
And let's also not act like states that are historically anti-2A aren't currently trying to use the licensing process as a way to make getting a license as hard as possible.
Request denied.
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 Hence why I really don't like mandated training, because these anti-gun states take what should be a good thing, weaponize it, and then turn it into a barrier of entry. If states were really concerned about people getting firearm training, subsidize free training for people. You use our tax dollars for everything else, why not use it to help people get training? Why not use that money to put together campaigns that teach people the importance of firearm training? This will never happen because firearm ownership in this country has become overly politicized. One look at a map showing which states have constitutional carry and which don't, and you'll easily see how overly politicized the gun issue has become in this country. Long story short, criminals have been carrying guns with or without permission from the state. What constitutional carry does is equal the playing field. Now the criminals really don't know who does or doesn't have a gun because they don't have the advantage of a law telling the law-abiding that they have to jump through all of these hoops before they can carry a gun legally. So the odds that a criminal potential victim was carrying a gun wasn't as high as it will be now, because now they'll start rethinking about how they go about committing certain crimes because constitutional carry has made their job a lot more dangerous. And speaking of dangerous, shooting without hearing protection is dangerous. But I'm not gonna use fear tactics to tell you about these brand new AKT1 blackout in-ear Bluetooth wireless hearing protection. I'm actually gonna talk about why I like them so much. And the reason why I like them so much is because I like to go shooting sometimes by myself because it's therapeutic. And whenever I can do that, I do this. And when I do it, I like to listen to music. And I know it sounds kind of weird to some people, but people who really go out and shoot really understand how therapeutic this can be. And it can actually help you kind of zone in and pay attention to what you're doing. And the beautiful thing about these, what these allow me to do is I can listen to my music while still having pass-through hearing, so I can hear what's going on around me, while at the same time protecting my hearing from those those ear-damaging sounds that comes from whenever a gun goes off. And so for me, these are really near and dear to me because it allows me to do it in a way where before I'd have to get like AirPods and like put the AirPod in and then put the over the ears on. It was just a mess. Now you just have one simple solution. And not only that, if I'm shooting and somebody decides to call me, I can take the phone call. I've been inside of an indoor gun range before, and I took a phone call on these with no issues. Yeah, sure, they heard all the popping and firing going off in the background, but I was still able to take that call while still protecting my hearing. These are really special to me because they allow me to do what I absolutely love while listening to what I absolutely love, which is music. And so that's gonna be the AKT1 Blackouts. If you want to learn more or purchase your own, I'll put a link in the description section. These tend to go fast. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think about constitutional carry, and if you think more states should have constitutional carry, or if you think, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have constitutional carry because we want people to be forced to have training before they can carry a gun. Either way, leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. And be sure to watch this next video right here, or here, wherever.